A graphic design class on campus gets noticed for its history. Texas Fashion Week is held in style. And early voting has begun. How can students prepare to vote for the first time? Today, Thursday, October 24th, 2024.
Hello and welcome back to UIWtv. We hope you had a great fall break. We're back to bring you all the latest updates in news, entertainment, and sports. I'm Maurilio Cruz.
And I'm Matthew Faldich. Thank you so much for joining us for this newscast. Speaking of fall break, Leo, did you do anything to celebrate?
I certainly did, Matthew. I slept in till noon each day I was off. But what about you?
I went to Austin. I got to see the new U.S. men's national team coach, won 2-0. So we're very excited about the future for the team for World Cup. Well, going from soccer to the election, let's get started. Now, the Bexar County Elections Department recorded record-breaking numbers for the first day of early voting on Monday. BCED says that over 43,000 early voters went to the polls on Monday, breaking the records that were held by the 2018 election. The department says that they are distributing additional voting machines and moving poll workers around the city to meet demand. Speaking of that, on October 15th, Texas Senator Ted Cruz and Democratic challenger Colin Allred faced off against each other in the Texas debate. The debate covered important issues such as the abortion ban, border security, and economic disparity. As the debate continued on, each candidate offered insight into how their goals and perspectives would be beneficial to Texas and Texans alike in their 6-year Senate term. For updated and continued coverage, you can head to your local or national news listings website.
As Election Day continues to draw near, both the Harris and Trump campaigns ramp up speed for the final stretch. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are campaigning throughout major swing states to gather further support. The former President Trump appeared at a roundtable with Latinos in Miami and held a rally in North Carolina, while former President Barack Obama and rapper Eminem appeared during a Detroit rally to garner further support for Vice President Harris.
Now, many Cardinals will be voting for the first time this year, so what can you expect going into the polling booth? There are no location restrictions for residents of Bexar County for both early and election day voting, and Bexar County Elections Director Jacqueline Callanan says to be ready for the big day.
Early voting, anybody can vote anywhere they go. Anyone will give a site. On election day, that same model holds true, and that helps us. I think that helps tremendously. Just a little bit of planning ahead.
The nearest location to UIW is the Lions Park at 2908 on Broadway. Early voting lasts until November 1st, and for more information, visit bear.org.
Former President Donald Trump was spotted working at a McDonald's, raising eyebrows and sparking conversations. This surprise appearance was part of a unique promotional event, where Trump, known for his love of fast food, joined the crew to serve customers. Some say it was a move to reconnect with his base, while others view it as a playful PR stunt. Either way, the former president continues to keep himself in the spotlight in unique and unconventional ways. McKenna Muchigamba caught up with Jared Bathrop, former Orange Theory, to talk about their Halloween promotionals.
Thank you so much. I'm here with Jared Balthrop, who is the head coach at Orange Theory. So first, can you tell me a little bit about the promotionals y'all are offering this October?
Yeah, for sure. So this October, if you were to come into the studio and sign up for our unlimited premier membership, you can get it for 2 months for $99 each month. I said that funny, I know, but just off like $200, you get as many classes as you want to, 30, 50, 60. How many you can squeeze into a day? You can come in and work out at our studio. Just super awesome.
What a deal. So now these orange lights are reminding me that it's spooky season, and I heard that y'all have something called Hell Week. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah, so Hell Week is an event we do every year. It's the very last week of October. Now, what's going to go on is our workouts are cranked up to level spooky. This year it's zombie themed, but even inside the studio it's gonna be a little bit more slasher themed. You gotta come to see it. It's pretty fun, but pretty much what you do is you try to attend at least 4 of those workouts and you earn your Hell Week t-shirt. It's kind of one of our OTF things. Everyone has it. If you're in the in crowd, you've got that shirt because you've done it. It's pretty awesome.
What a steal. So I know the viewers watching are mostly students, college-aged people. Can you tell us a little bit how they can get involved here at Orange Theory?
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, we're a community here. We want to have you come in here and make this part of your fitness routine for sure. But at the same time, we also want to make sure that you feel like you're a part of something. I'll tell you, I have people who are in high school. I have people who are grandparents. They all come in here and we all have a great, fantastic time together. So we'd love to have you in again. First class on us, on the house. We'd love to have you come in.
That's so wholesome. Well, thank you for being here. And back to the studio.
Thanks, McKenna. If I were one to work out, I would definitely check them out.
Now, even though September's Suicide Prevention Month has passed, the conversation around mental health is still very vital, especially following World Mental Health Day on October 10th. Reporter Isabel Lara brings us, in Spanish, a report on the ongoing efforts to prevent suicide and support mental health.
No sabemos por qué estén sufriendo o por las cosas que estén pasando, pero el dolor que dejan, ellos ya no duelen, ¿no? A ellos ya no les duele, pero ahora nos duele a nosotros.
La salud mental es un tema que afecta a millones de personas en todo el mundo y para muchos jóvenes enfrentar la presión diaria puede sentirse abrumador.
Para ustedes, los estudiantes universitarios, es importante tener en cuenta que el suicidio es la segunda causa mayor de muerte para estudiantes de esa edad.
Muchos jóvenes no buscan ayuda, ya sea por miedo, estigma o falta de información. La comunicación abierta y el acceso a servicios de salud mental son vitales.
Se cumplen 6 años desde que Patricia Ríos perdió a su hijo Alejandro. Aunque fue una persona alegre, con mucho carisma y lealtad, Alex se quitó la vida a la edad de 30 años.
Era una persona cariñosísimo, romántico, le encantaba decir I love you, te quiero, te amo. Llega un momento en el que yo lo desconozco totalmente. Así, pero un cambio que no puede pasar desapercibido.
Buscar ayuda profesional y hablar con amigos o familiares y no tener miedo de expresar nuestras emociones son pasos esenciales para la prevención del suicidio. Para UIWtv, soy Isabel Lara.
Now, Laurel Ridge Center offers various forms of support, including therapy groups for anxiety, depression, and family therapy. You can find their pages by simply searching their name online. The University of Carter Ward would also like to state that it is providing free mental health resources for enrolled students.
A group of professors and students recently went to their Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center to present themselves Communication Arts Department at the Fall Fiesta. Titled Fall Fiesta, to teach high school students valuable skills in journalism. These students, who came from schools of all over the state of Texas, also had the opportunity to meet with representatives from a variety of colleges.
I think that high school kids can come here to learn things their teachers can't necessarily teach them, or to enrich what their teachers have taught them. For example, at this convention we have 6 different sessions on AI.
Members of the Comm Arts Department attended the event to inform high school students about the many opportunities our school has to offer. For more information, you can visit taje.org. Now, the history of a niche UIW class is bringing interest to our station. Reporter Dan Wilson is here to give us a peek at their history.
Comics and graphic novels may have started out as children's media, but they have become a titan in the entertainment industry. And one of our UIW professors has created a class that explores the history of the graphic novel.
I'm Gabriela Scott, and I'm a professor of art history.
In the class, students learn the history of comics and their growth from all over the world, while analyzing some of the master works such as Watchmen by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons, Mouse by Art Spiegelman, Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi, and March by John Lewis, Andrew Aiden, and Nate Powell.
There was a personal choice, but mostly I just wanted to you guys to be exposed to works that have been honored as works of art and literature.
Students learn how these stories are structured through their literary and visual elements while putting them into practice by making their own comic in a group assignment.
These graphic novels have a very strong conceptual component, and the planning is very intricate. And so the ability to look at a work of art as a text, because that's what we say, the works of art are no longer just pictures, they're texts.
Unfortunately, the class will not be held in the coming spring 25 semester, but if you are interested in taking the class, talk to your advisor during advising week and let them know you want to take the history of the graphic novel class, because it can come back in the next fall semester. For UIWtv, I'm Dan Wilson.
If you wish to add this to your next semester's class schedule, registration will be opening up soon. So be on the lookout for its opening. Spots are limited.
Now, the UIW Logos team and Professor Collister have been hard at work building a new website for their next publication. McKenna Mochi-Gemba is live at the scene with Logos member Andrew Rios to find out more.
Thank you so much. Today I'm here with Andrew Rios, the editorial assistant for the Logos. So first, can you tell me a little bit about the Logos?
Yeah, so Logos is a student-run media publication website, and we basically post stories on campus news, sports, and other events that go on, and we can show other UIW students.
I know originally y'all were a paper newspaper. Can you tell me a little bit about the process of converting it to online?
Yes, well, our advisor, Professor Collister, decided that, we should reinvent our brand, which is Logos. So we decided to go more towards an online website.
And what made you get involved with the Logos?
Logos, last year I was more of a volunteer, doing pictures, submitting pictures, and now it's a work study. So, I'm doing it a lot more often. I helped web design the new and improved Logos website.
Can you tell me a little bit about what someone watching should know about the website?
Yes, well, we actually take stories or just publications in general from other students at UIW. It's a way to get hours as well, and there's a QR code and a link where you can look and you can submit whatever stories about campus or anything going on at UIW.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you so much, McKenna. More information can be found at uiwlogos.wordpress.com. It is a very, very interesting endeavor, and we hope to see a lot of it coming soon.
Now, before we head into our break, let's take a look at our social media question of the week. This time, we asked, what is your favorite Halloween tradition? Personally, I love to go visit my ancestors and celebrate Dia de los Muertos.
We'll circle back to our viewer responses later in the show, but don't go anywhere just yet. UIWtv News will be right back.
Matt and Leland are out at the arcade. Maybe we should go join them.
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay. Adam, put your hands back on the wheel.
Oh, like this?
No!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually on the wheel.
I'm sorry.
Should you be smoking while driving?
Yeah, they've been doing it since the 60s. It's 1985.
I don't think that's safe. Adam, the road!
Distracted driving. It's always been a problem, even in the 80s. For more information on distracted driving, visit www.nhtsa.gov.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
You are watching UIWtv.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Case Victoria, your entertainment insider for today. Let's take a quick look at all the latest updates in the entertainment world. McKenna recently went to the SEC building again to ask students who their favorite superhero was in our new segment, Cardinal in the Street.
My name is McKenna Michigamba, and today we are doing Cardinal on the Street interviews. So who is y'all's favorite superhero and why? We're gonna go with you first.
I really like Spider-Man. I just think he's super cool. And like, yeah.
Good, I love that. We love a good Spider-Man, a little pizza Peter Parker moment. Yeah. And now what about you?
I was gonna say the same thing, Spider-Man as well. I really like his costume. I think it's really cool, so.
So like, what about his costume do you think is cool?
Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. He's my favorite because he's just an amazing superhero. He cares about the people, and he's just an amazing person.
Spider-Man.
Definitely gotta be Superman.
Gotta be Iron Man.
It is Deadpool.
Batman for sure. Sorry.
My favorite superhero is probably Spider-Man because he's just Peter Parker. Like, who doesn't love Peter Parker?
Well, believe it or not, so Spider-Man here. How are you feeling about seeing your favorite superhero right now?
I'm a little nervous.
A little nervous. How are you feeling, Spider-Man? You have left him speechless. What is going on in your mind right now?
Why am I blushing?
Oh, you're so real for that.
Thanks, McKenna. Me personally, I love Spider-Man. As you all know, every chance I get, I always dress up as Spider-Man. Everything is bigger in Texas, and that certainly was the case. Hey, that's me! Recently, Big Texas Comic-Con took place at Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. The convention had a variety of guests, including the entire cast of Cobra Kai and Bonnie Wright. There was also a variety of vendors, including everything from comic books, merch, making it the perfect whole family. If you would like to attend next year's Comic-Con event, please reserve a spot at October 17th through 19th, 2025 on your calendars. McKenna Michigamba is back again to bring us music in a minute.
Welcome back to this week's Music in a Minute, where I bring you all the latest hot goss of the music world. Taylor Swift is making sure every era lasts, as the star announced she's releasing a 265-page book that discusses her record-breaking tour, including personal reflection and never-before-seen photos. Now, it looks as though they're here to stay, is what Beatle fans around the globe are saying, as a documentary about the group has been announced. The Martin Scorsese-produced documentary talks about the British boys band's first visit to the United States. The film titled Beatles 64 will be available for streaming on November 29th. A little bit of this, a little bit of that is what 50 Cent will be doing as the singer announced his first ever Las Vegas residency, which consists of 6 shows running from December until January. He is taking over PH Live at Planet Hollywood. Tickets can be found on a variety of sites, including City Entertainment and Ticketmaster. Well, that's all for this week's Music in a Minute. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, McKenna. Me personally, I love 50 Cent's song, In the Club. Recently, San Antonio held a Texas Fashion Week. Here's Alejandra Ortiz and McKenna Michigamba with more.
Between pinks and purples to sequins and glitter, Texas Fashion Week is showing it all. The TFW, a nonprofit organization, recently held its 2024 shows at the Tobin Center for Performing Arts.
This is supporting the community. This is supporting local entrepreneurs, local talent that is eventually showcased in Paris, Milan, New York Fashion Weeks.
On and off the catwalk, the designers and models show off their creativity. But they're not the only ones putting in hard work. Stagehands and interns also help dress, set up, and use their creativity, not only for the shows, but also within themselves.
Confidence starts off from how we're dressing, how we feel about ourselves. So you really, it is important how you put on your clothes in the morning.
TFW believes in highlighting emerging artists all across Texas.
Go for it. I know we have this huge imposter syndrome, but what you're doing is immense. It's beautiful and you're incredibly talented.
If you're interested in attending Texas Fashion Week, keep room in your calendar for spring 2025. For UIWtv, I'm McKenna Muchigamba.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in for UIWtv. I'm Case Victoria, but don't go just yet. Sports is up next.
I have 2.5K followers and 0 following.
5 students.
What do you want me to do with it? Clean.
Trapped in one room.
No! Graduation tonight. This can't be.
Becky.
Must work together.
I'm pretty popular.
Guys,
It's him.
On May 8th. Stay tuned for Involuntary Hours.
Trying to call you and stuff, but
Oh, it's okay. I really just want to spend it with my family.
No, that's understandable. But hey, so I was wondering if you were still interested in going to go see the Stephen King It movie when it comes out.
Why are we always going around in circles with this issue?
What do you mean?
Give your eyes a break. Reduce screen time.
Not every killer has the face of one. Not every killer makes its presence known. Sometimes it walks in the shadows, disguised in the smoking mirrors, hiding, waiting till you're too blind to notice it following behind you. That's when it latches on, when you're so attached to the numb feeling you've conditioned yourself to accept that you can't live life without it, so that in the end, it isn't the killer.
And welcome back, Cardinals. I'm Brenna Perez, your sports host for today. Let's get right into it. The Cardinals extended their win streak to 4 last Saturday, beating the Cowboys of McNeese to head to 5-2 on the season. UIW's usual starting quarterback, Zach Calzada, didn't score a touchdown, instead throwing 204 yards and an interception. But sophomore Richard Torres subbed in and sealed the deal for the Cardinals with a touchdown in the third quarter. The Cardinals go head-to-head with the Commerce Lions next, another Southland matchup. The Formula One Grand Prix in Austin delivered high-speed thrills as the world's top drivers battled it out at Circuit of the Americas. With intense wheel-to-wheel action, pit stop drama, and a roaring Texas crowd, the race proved to be one of the season's highlights. As championship points were on the line, fans were treated to a masterclass of precision driving and strategy. Stay tuned for a breakdown of the key moments and the impact on the title race. Now the San Antonio Spurs tip off their first home game of the season this Saturday at Frostbake Center against the Houston Rockets. And their first match of the new season is tonight in Dallas at American Airlines Center against the Mavericks. If you wish to go to the game Saturday, you can purchase them at NBAstore.com. The women's soccer team split their road conference games this past weekend. Friday, the Lady Cardinals were 1-0 with Stephen F. Austin, then fell to Texas A&M Corpus Christi 1-0 on Sunday. For more up-to-date information on UIW athletics, visit UIWcardinals.com. The women's soccer team will be playing off against Texas A&M University tomorrow right here at the Benson Stadium at 7. UIW's football team has their next game against Southeastern Louisiana University on Saturday at 6 p.m. Finally, the men's basketball team plays against California Baptist University on November 4th at 7 p.m. That's all the sports updates I have for you today. For UIWtv, I'm Brenna Perez. But before I go, Leo, my favorite thing to do on Halloween is stay in with my dad and watch horror movies. It's been a tradition since I was a kid. So Dad, if you're watching this, I love you and I can't wait to watch movies with you. But what do our viewers have to say?
Well, thanks, Brenna. That's certainly awesome. But this week, we asked, what is your favorite Halloween tradition? Let's take a look at the responses. Paige Sterling said going to the 13th floor with her friends. Holden Tijerina said spending time with Leo. Case Victoria said taking every chance to dress up as Spider-Man. Thank you to all who responded, and make sure to check the UIW ComArts Instagram for your chance to be featured on the newscast. Well, that wraps up our show for today. Thank you for watching, and we hope you have a fun and safe Halloween. For UIWtv, I'm Mauricio Cruz.
And I'm Matthew Faltich, and you're not. Make sure to tune in to our next newscast on Tuesday, November 5th, which will be Election Day and brings UIWTV's election special. Good afternoon and good luck.